Alright, welcome back. I've cleaned up the board and I tried to fix the mat bit. It's just not working. So, I mean, it's working as if by saying I can use it, but whatever's causing it to glitch out, I can't fix. I don't know how to fix it. I'm going to ask Hitch to have a look at it. But it is working enough for me to do some playtesting of Ultimate Spider-Man. So here he is. Ultimate Peter Parker. He's got the wrong picture. Let's go fix up his picture. Very quickly. Yeah, I just did the wrong one. Let's copy that to there. And then grab that. Alright, fixed. Okay, so Ultimate Peter Parker. He's alter ego side, genius, website dev, immortal. Has a 4 rec. His Oz formula, his response is when Ultimate Peter Parker uses his rec ability, if that healed him up to full hit points, ready him. So that's based off of the fact that in the comic, the Oz formula actually made him immortal, him and Green Goblin. So it's slightly different to 616 Spidey, the real Spidey, if you want to call him that. So he can't die. Green Goblin kills him and he comes back to life, as does Green Goblin. And it also means that he heals very well. Not quite Wolvie level, but essentially heals from all damage. Eventually. It just takes a long time. Like in the comics, he's dead and buried and doesn't resurrect until later. And loses his memory for a bit and stuff like that. So that's to explain that. So I guess the thing is to it sort of works into my playstyles, and I don't like them to be damaged for too much. Damages it for a bit, and then if he's only damaged a bit and you can heal him back up, then cool. He gets to ready. And Ultimate Spider-Man hero side, 1, 2, 3. Despite the fact that I think normal Spidey, original core set Spidey, should have a thwart of 2. It should be 2, 2, 3 in my opinion. I stayed with the 1, 2, 3 baseline for Ultimate Spidey because he's new to the game. He's brand new. He's only been doing it for a while. He's quite young, and he doesn't really trust his abilities that much. He's an ultimate and he's a shield. I originally had it as ultimates, but as it was correctly pointed out to me, you're not in the Avengers. You are an Avenger. So even though it looks a bit odd, it actually says ultimate. His ability is Spider Reflexes response when Ultimate Spider-Man defends. If the attacker's attack is higher than his basic defense, he gets +2 defense until the end of the phase. So it's kind of a built-in, slightly not as good desperate defense, I guess is what it is. But what it is so essentially before the boost card is revealed, you declare whether you want to defend or not. If he does defend, and then the attack turns out to be more, because his base attack, Rhino's base attack is 2. If he gets a boost card of 3, for example, becomes 5, then that means it's now higher than 3, and so therefore he gets 2. It sort of goes from there. That's basically how it would work. So he can still get hit, just not as well. And especially in protection, I mean, it's unlikely that he'll get hit, which kind of matches him. And I've got his identity cards in here. I've put them in here and shuffled it up, and we'll talk about them as they get revealed. Hey, as sort of like commentary as they get revealed. Hand size, standard, pretty standard, 6'10", 5'10". Cool. So not trigger, where we go. Basic testings, we'll go through Rhino, and then we'll go through Claw, and then we'll go through Ultron. See how we go. He's already been shuffled, but I'll do it again just so there's no cheating. And ready to rock. Let's do it. 6 cards. Cool. So, let me split the identity specific cards away from the set cards. So, Turn the Tide, Energy, Spider-Man. You already know who that does. And again, because original core set Spidey, in my opinion, should be a web warrior. It's a disgrace that he's not, frankly. But Ultimate Spidey is not, because he wasn't. He was dead during the whole web warrior across the Spider-Verse plotline. Alright, so Ultimate Spider-Man specific cards that we've got some here, which are a good mix, which is good. He's a web shooter, so just like Peter, 616 Peter, he has web shooters. They are a little bit different. As a hero resource, you can exhaust web shooter, generate a wild resource for an Ultimate Spider-Man identity card. So Peter's ones, you can 616 Spidey, you can, I'm sick of calling him that. I'm going to call him just core set, original Spidey. You can generate a resource. You get a limited to 3, and you can generate for anything you want. Ultimates, you can generate as many times as you want, but only for his own identity cards. This also ties into this card. I was very passionate about this idea, and it was hard to kind of make it work. So we'll see how it goes. Web Bomb. Ultimate Spidey, for some reason, is very fond of web bombs. It's kind of weird. And to me, it doesn't make sense that if you can do it without having a web shooter in play. Core set Spidey, the implication is he's got his web shooters all the time, but then you can get web shooters as an attachment and get more web shooters. I always thought that as sort of been refilling his existing web shooters. But anyway, web bomb condition, and this is Ultimate Spidey's version of webbed up. So the crime is, while paying for this card, only resources generated by web shooters can be used. So it only costs 1, unlike webbed up, which costs 4. It has a cost of X, and it only costs 1 if you're using it on a minion, or 2 if you're using it on a villain. So I need to, in order to web up a villain, or web bomb a villain, I need to have 2 web shooters out, or the ability to trigger this twice, which would be cards like Otto, for example. So we'll see how that works. I'm not convinced that it works yet, so that's the whole point of playtesting. You then attach it to the enemy, max 1 per enemy, and then we attach the enemy, we activate, discard web bomb instead, and then stun them. So it works the same way as webbed up. Spider dodge is thank you, DH. DH is watching again, folks. DH is back in the chat. You think the idea for web bomb is brilliant? Cool. I really appreciate you saying that. That means a lot to me. Let's see if it actually works in the playtest. But yeah, that really means a lot to me. Spider dodge is the same as backflip. So it's a 0 event for same as backflip, defense, superpower. When you would take any advantage damage for an attack prevent damage, it's identical, other than the fact that I made it a superpower. So it's no credit to me for that one there. Cool. All right. So here's my hand. Yeah. Yeah, unless I get if I cheat and grab Herbie, might grab Herbie in there. See if I can speed it up somehow. Cool. All right. Let's do it. So we're going up against Rhino. My first opening. Well, obviously I'll be grabbing my web shooter because it does essentially it's the engine, building up the engine. Is I need to get my web shooters out there as quickly as possible. Now, like I said before, I can't use it to use web bomb on Rhino, and I have no minions to worry about. So I'll save spider dodge for when I need to use it. And I can't have anything for turn the tide. So my only other option is Spider-Man. It's not the greatest hand. Actually, I should have mulliganed. Maybe I should have mulliganed. Yeah, I probably should have. But anyway, 1, 2, 3. Just for the sake of it, get Spidey out there. Flip to Ultimate Spider-Man, and let's do some attacking. When he enters play, he removes threat, but there is no threat to remove. So we're just going to attack straight up. 2, 3. Done. Gets a little consequential damage. Reset. And draw. 5. Helicarrier, we all know that. Hobie, my beloved Hobie. Can't play him until I get Web Warrior card though. Web Bomb we've already seen. So here's 2 more of my custom cards. So Spider Kick is the ultimate Spidey version of Swinging Web Kick, which we know I love to death. A little bit less powerful. Hero action attack deals 6 damage to an enemy, so it's 2 less. Same cost, but 2 less damage. But if you used a resource from Web Shooter to pay at least 1 resource of the cost, you add +2 damage to it. It's limited to +2 damage. My reasoning being that he can kick anything he wants all day, right? But it's not as powerful as the swinging version, which makes sense. But to do the swinging version, he has to have a web shooter. He creates a web line and then swings and kicks. And so in order to do that, he has to use the web shooter, which generates 1 of the resources. So as long as you generate 1 of them using the web shooter, then he gets +2 damage. Otherwise, it's 2 less damage. Then we've got Crime Fighter. One of the biggest complaints about core set Spidey is his thwarting's not the greatest. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm thinking I should have mulliganed at the start. DH says I like that you can use Def Focus to help pay for it. Yes, which is why I think I should have mulliganed, because there is a Def Focus in here. So anyway. Crime Fighter is, so he's core set Spidey's inability to thwart because of his 1 thwart, and he has no thwarting cards in his kit other than his tech, the web traces, which is thematic, don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's not that good. I mean, you got to pay for it to then put it onto a minion, so there has to be a minion in play for you to use it. Then you have to defeat that minion, and then so on and so forth. Whereas other characters have thwarting, actual thwarting events, like do an attack, do a thwart, like the awesome Gwen version of it, where you do an attack. And so I've based it similar to the Gwen one, where you pay 1, and then after he uses his basic thwart power, he can remove up to 4 threat from a scheme. And I use the artwork of him in the symbiote suit. Because I just thought it was cool. So there's him thwarting a crime. I thought that worked. Alright. Villain. 1 as per normal. Let me get rid of these. There's nothing there, so let me get rid of them. Rhino. He will attack. I do not have Spidey's ability to get the free cards. There's a bit of a downside there. He's just, like I said, he's new. He's brand new. He does not have that stuff. So Rhino's attacking. Am I defending? Yes, I am. Let's test his test ability. So currently I'm defending for 3. He's attacking for 2 plus his boost card, which is 2. So he's attacking for 4. So I would have been hit by 1, but because 4 is higher than 3, I now get plus 2. So I'm now defending for 5. So 4 versus 5, I don't take any damage. I am still tapped though, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then the encounter card is... when revealed, the villain schemes. I like this custom Rhino. I don't know who did it. Lumo? Yeah, it's great. I like the look on his face. It's awesome. Villain schemes. Alright, cool. So he schemes for 1 plus 1 is 2. Is that you, DH? Oh yeah, I think I got this from the Rhino Returns. Yeah, I got this from that. Return of the Rhino modular set. Is that you, buddy? Oh, that's cool, dude. I swear I didn't know that. This is not rigged. I didn't rig it. This is legit. That's cool. Well done. Awesome. Yeah. So schemes for 2. That's it. My turn. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. So DH says he does all the standard expert cards that are scenario specific. Okay. That's awesome. So that means you did all the others as well. I think I've got that the same for all of these. All of these have got scenario specific counter cards, standard expert cards. So they must be all yours as well. Very cool. Alright. I can't web bomb him. So that now just becomes a resource. I can spider kick him, and I can get the plus 2 damage. So, do I thwart that 3 off because Rhino is notorious for thwarting out? So, like he schemes out. He only has 7, and that's it. You lose, which is amazing. Or I can hit him for 8. I think I will. Alright. My web shooter and my webbed bomb, which I can't use. 2. And then heli carrier. Oh, actually no. I'll keep heli carrier and get rid of Hobie since I'm not a web warrior, and so therefore I can't cast him or play him or whatever. For spider kick. Alright, spider kick right in the face. Right in Doc Ock's face. Deals 6 damage, and because I use the web shoot I get plus 2, and just, you know, if I have another web shoot I can't use it again to get another plus 2. It is a maximum of 8. Should that say, I haven't got the wording right, limited to plus 2 damage, or should I say maximum limited to 8 damage? If I say limited to 8 damage, does that mean it stops the interaction with other cards? Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm doing 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a good friend Pavatar will thwart for 1. Reset. Get 3 more cards. Web of Life and Destiny. Meh. Clear the error. That's going to be handy. And another identity specific card. So this is one of my support cards, Mary Jane. I absolutely love this picture. It's not an Ultimate Spider-Man picture. It is something that I found on DeviantArt. I think it was on DeviantArt. And it's just amazing. I mean, just look at that. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, that is talent. And her alter ego action is exhaust Mary Jane Watson to reduce the cost of the next identity or basic card that you play this phase by 1. So she's just there to help you out. Yeah, just amazing artwork. Alright, my turn done. So let's do the villain turn. Threat. He's attacking. I'm actually going to get Pavatar to defend this time because I want Spidey to be able to attack. So he's attacking. His boost is 2, and it's the obligation. So this gives me a perfect chance to show you the obligation. So let's just do his attack first. So his attack was 4. Pavatar goes, does his duty. Yeah, so here's the obligation card for Ultimate Spider-Man. Give to the Ultimate Spider-Man play, may flip to alter ego form, choose, deal Ultimate Peter Parker 2 damage, remove nobody dies from the game. And it's related to the artwork. The artwork is when Captain America is going to be assassinated by Punisher. And so Spidey knocks him out of the way and takes the shot instead. And this leads directly to, so he's wounded, like quite severely wounded, and so then when he goes and fights Green Goblin later on, he's pretty much screwed. he gets annihilated because he's already stuffed up. So yeah. Oh, and it exhausts Ultimate Peter Parker to get his card gain surge does. So it's a standard obligation, nothing too sexy about that. It's all pretty basic stuff. Right, and then the encounter card. Shadow of the Past. Oh, it's all happening. It's almost like I rigged the deck. He does have a treachery cancellation card, but he doesn't have one in his hands, so therefore he can't do it. But yeah, Shadow of the Past. So we're going to trigger it. So it gives me a chance to show you that he's Nemesis and stuff. So his Nemesis is, of course, Ultimate Green Goblin. Norman Osborn, transformed into the Ultimate Green Goblin, a much scarier version of the standard Green Goblin, but more in sort of physical presence than anything else. I kept it nice and simple for him. He has toughness, retaliate 2, villainous, and peril. 3/3, 9 hit points, and he comes with a crisis, so I can't thwart while he's in play. Now he doesn't have guard because Norman doesn't give a crap about whatever the main villain's doing. He's not there for a team up. He's not there to help. He just wants to kill Peter. And so that's all he does. He is elite. Yeah, I want him to be scary. He needs to be scary for it to work. I mean, he does kill Peter eventually. His side scheme is Trick or Treat. When revealed, Ultimate Spider-Man player must discard X cards from their deck, where X equals the number of cards in their hand, and comes with the boost amplification icon. I'm sure that has an actual proper name, but that's what it's called, boost amplification. So how many cards do I have in my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I discard the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's his treachery thing. Amplifier. There you go. Cool. There's his when revealed, cancel. 3, 4, 5. Losing Otto is bad because it means I now can't web bomb until I get the other shooter. I'm just thankful that out of that 5 the other web shooter wasn't there. That would have made me cry. Cool. And it's 1, 2, 3. Cool. Alright, he doesn't have quick strike, so I can ignore it for now. So it's now my turn. I now can't thwart because the crisis is in play. So all the thwart cards are now pointless. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust the web shooters to play Mary Jane. And I'm going to use Mary Jane and Clear the Area and Crime Fighter to... Oh, wait. Does that mean I just can't take it from the main scheme, or I just can't thwart it all? What does Crisis mean? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Crisis? it's called. Marvel Champions Crisis icon. While there is at least one Crisis icon players cannot be removed from the main scheme. Okay. So that means I might actually not use... Yeah, so... I won't use clear the area for that card. I'll use Web of Life and Destiny instead, because now I want to Helicarrier. Put Helicarrier in play, which is what I was doing, and then use Helicarrier for clear the area. Yeah. But before that, I want to clear one threat. So I'm going to clear one threat from here, because it's just the main scheme. Then clear the area to get rid of the last two, which gets rid of Amplify and that crap. And then draw a card. Oh yeah. Love it. Alright. Cool. That's all I can do. Everything's done. I've used everything I could possibly do to do it. So now I'll get my 4 cards back. It's not a web shooter, which is unfortunate. I did get 2 more identity specific cards though, so back to the explanations. Kitty Pryde is my ally card. 2 with 2 consequential, 1 with no consequential, so like the Black Cat. She's an X-Man. She reduces the amount of damage Kitty Pryde takes from each attack by 1 because of her intangibility ability. 3 health. May Parker is another support card, so he does get 2 support cards. He doesn't get 3 like Kamala Khan does, but he gets 2. Ultra Ego Action, exhaust May Parker, heal 4 damage from Ultimate Peter Parker. It's exactly the same as May from the Spider-Man set. No change. My only disappointment here is that I'm using a Ultimate Spider-Man animated series picture of May, and that's just because it's impossible to find a picture of May from the comics that isn't horrible. Like, she's always got this look on her face like she's trying to, I don't know, it's like she's annoyed. She always looks annoyed. It's really strange. I don't know. The search continues, let's just say that, for a better picture. But I like this. I mean, the Lich is fine. I mean, that's pretty fine. That looks like me. What more do you need to know? That's it. Villain. Scheme. He's attacking. Am I defending? No. No, I'm not, because this guy's about to attack for a guaranteed 3 and villainous. So that means he gets a boost card. So I'm gonna save my defense against Green Goblin. So Rhino is just gonna hit me for whatever he hits me for. 2, nothing. All right, I'll take that too. Groovy. Cool. Now, Ultimate Green Goblin comes in swinging. He goes for 3. Oh, I'm gonna defend. Boink. Plus nothing. So still a better choice in my opinion. I've successfully defended. It's all good. And then encounter card. Bomb Scare. The Rhino's side scheme. When revealed, place an additional 1 threat here. Okay. No, nowadays that would be Hinder, but there it is. I get an acceleration token. And I like how the original cards all explain to you what the mechanics are as they go. It's cool. It makes sense they don't do it moving forward, but I mean the first core set for sure. So I get an acceleration token and 3 threat, and that's it. Essentially, that card just gives me acceleration token, which makes sense because you got a bomb. You gotta know what to do with it. Cool. My turn. Okay, let's web shooters and helicarrier to pay for Kitty Pryde, who's going to pin the tough off of Ultimate Green Goblin. I'm going to counterintelligence, May, and Warrior the Great Web. And I know, yes, I know, that sounds like blasphemy. No, it is blasphemy. How dare I? The universe refuses. I'm going to do May, counterintelligence, and Mary Jane to pay for Miles. Yes, yes. The universe won't accept me using Warrior of the Great Web as a resource card. And he'll swing in for 4. Unfortunately, though, that's going to kill him because he gets 1 consequential from the attack, and then retaliate 2 does the full 3. So Miles is gone, and I think Kitty's also gone because she swung in. She doesn't get the no, she's on 2. She doesn't take the consequential from the first pin, but she does take 2 from the retaliate. So Kitty's still around. But Miles goes in 1 shot. But he still manages to do 4. That's pretty good. I love him. I love him a lot. Reset. And 4 cards. I really need to get rid of the crisis icon. Goblin's got to go. He's got to go. Otherwise, I'm going to throw it out. This is just crazy. All right. I did originally. The original version of Ultimate Green Golem didn't have a crisis token. He actually had icon. He had amplify. Because he's all about just going all out. He's all about going all out. I can't explain it any better than that. So I'm still debating whether to push him back to the amplify token. I don't know. I'm happy for feedback on that. If you think amplify works better for the character, let me know. But I eventually settled on crisis because it is a crisis that you don't have time to do any scheming. Any thwarting. There's no time for thwarting when Ultimate Green Goblin's around. He's got to take him out as quickly as possible. What am I doing now? Oh yeah, I just got my hand. I was just seeing if I had any cards in here that I hadn't explained before. Chrome Fire. No, they're all good. So. Cool. 5, 6. I've almost done. So if he schemes, that's pretty much out of it. Like I can't go back to Ultimate Peter Parker mode because he's done. Anyway, so he's attacking. I'm going to take it. 2 plus 1 is 3, and then Norman attacks. That one I will defend. 1, so 3 plus 1 is 4, which means it's higher than 3, so that means I get +2. It means I successfully defend. I really need some sort of thing that lets him ready. Captain A's discard a card to ready is just the greatest thing ever. I'd like to see how he works in protection. I'll use protection for him. So let's see how he goes. He'll just be bouncing up and down. And then encounter card. If this is scheme, it's game over. Crowd control. Another crisis icon. While this game is in play, you cannot remove threat from the main scheme. Thanks, we already knew that. 1, 2. I'm now debating that I should have just taken that on the head so that I could hit back. My turn. I'm in a bit of trouble here. I'm not. I'm fine. It's overkill, but it's fine. I'm going to hit him. So Mary Jane, I don't need to use the web shooters. I don't need the extra damage. I deal 6. How much has he got left? 5. Yeah. So Mary Jane and Helicarrier and Mockingbird. To do a spider kick. Bye, Norman. You suck. You suck. I get retaliate 2. Really need to heal. But now I gotta clear some threat, otherwise I'm screwed. So let's crime fighter. So we use the web shooters for crime fighter. Oh no, I've got to use my basic thought power. Oh man, don't even know my own cards. Well then I can at least clear the area. Let's. Oh, I can't use that for clearing the area. Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to discard web to clear the area. To get rid of these 2. Because I can't get any off there. Get a card. Power in all of us does not help me at all. I have to use my basic thought ability. Katie can thwart, but that'll be the last thing she does. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry, Katie. Sorry. I have to. I apologize. Alright, reset and get 3 cards. Okay, so here's another one of my cards. So it's not part of the Ultimate Peter kit. She was originally, but it was. I got some feedback from the Discord, and they said it didn't really make a lot of sense to have 2 allies in the one kit. And that's fine. I think he works better without it anyway. So I think that does actually work. So I made her a basic ally instead. So it's Jessica, the Ultimate Spider-Woman, who's actually a clone of Peter. 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 consequential if she does attack, only 1 if she thwarts. She's an ultimate and a web warrior, and a member of S.H.I.E.L.D. She eventually becomes Black Widow at some point. When Ultimate Spider-Woman enters play, it's kind of she's got kind of the reverse of Hobie's ability. When Ultimate Spider-Woman enters play, discard the top card from the encounter deck, so you get a free discard of a card, which is great. And then you deal damage to the villain equal to the number of boost icons discarded this way. So it's not quite as good as Hobie's 3 cards business, but you have to lose him in order to get it. Hers happens when she comes into play. So I think she's pretty cool. Villain 1, 2. He's attacking. I have to defend. I have to defend. Because if he does a point of damage to me, I'm dead. So 2 plus 1, there you go, 3. So I defend, it's all good. And then the encounter card is. Oh, I didn't put these bad boys into the encounter deck. Oh man, I got distracted. These are the 2 cards that get shuffled in as part of the Nemesis stuff. I'm not going to read through them. Going to shuffle them in nice and quick. Hard to keep down. We'll review it. Henry Rhino heals 4. If no damage was healed, it gains surge. No, he's going to get 4. There we go. There's that. Okay, my turn. I should suit and get 10 hit points. I really should suit. So Helicarrier to reduce it by 1, power on all of us to make it 3, and then Gwen because I can't cast her anyway to give me the suit. Puts me to 13. I can't use Crime Fighter, and now I can't afford Spider-Woman. Yeah. Alright, so that's it. That's that turn done. That wasn't a very exciting turn. Although I can use Mary for a... Wait, I can use Mary Jane for basic cards as well. No. Either way I swing it, I can't afford her. Yeah, just gonna have to wait. Reset and get 3 cards. Go. I think I might take Moongay out. She's nowhere near as exciting now that I don't get the free resource from Peter. Yeah, I think I might get rid of her. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I've lost. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call not paying attention. 1, 2, boom, dead. Lost from a scheme out from the Rhino. I can't believe it. After all that. Anyway, yeah. Funny. I'm glad I make myself laugh. That's classic Rhino. Yep, you're right. You're right, DH. 100%. Yeah, classic Rhino. Anyway, I have to cook dinner tonight, so I guess I better call it here. And go make dinner before my hungry wife comes in and says, "What's going on? Where's my food?" We've got a pretty good arrangement. Monday to Friday she cooks, and Saturday and Sunday I cook. It's pretty sweet. I like it. And she's a good cook, so that's good. So yeah, I best better get going. I definitely, you can't just play test once. I've definitely got to play test again. So I'll do it again with Justice, and then of course I'll mix it up and try some of the other aspects. I'm just going to quickly just get rid of Moongirl while I think about it. She's nowhere near as exciting there, but yeah, that's that done. Ultimate Spidey. Hope you like it. I love it. I'm quite proud of it. And like I said in the last thing, I'll be. I think I'll be moving on to Ultimate Thor at that point. I like Ultimate Thor. The whole is he crazy business. Pretty good. DH says he loved reading his comics. The Ultimate Spidey comics. Yeah, no, they were awesome. I got the chance to interview Brian Michael Bendis during all of that stuff for the podcast that I ran back then, and he was great. So it was the chance. The success of Ultimate Spidey is which is what allowed him to come to Australia and stuff. And yeah, he was very passionate, and he's a talented dude. So yeah, it was great. But yeah, and I love the Ultimate Universe. It's strange because it's not good. Let's be honest, it's not good. Yeah, I read Ultimate X-Men. I've got them all, and there's a lot of cool ideas. There was a lot of cool ideas, and I do like that they wanted to sort of go outside the box and stuff. Like Ultimate Iron Man, for example, when he first came out, like the very first Ultimate Iron Man stuff, is just radically different to what you'd seen before. And I think the problem with it was that it was too much. Just too much. It was too much of a shock to the system to people. It was kind of mismanaged in the marketing. It sort of led people to believe that it was more of a younger reader's universe, and it just wasn't, man. It just wasn't. Ultimate Iron Man is really stuffed up. Ultimate Captain America, when he first shows up, is just a real arsehole. and that's fine. I'm not anti that. That's perfectly fine. But it just wasn't what people were expecting. And then you got the crazy stuff with Ultimate X-Men, and then the disaster that was Ultimatum. That's one of the worst miniseries ever. And wow, wow. I mean, jeez. The Blob eats the Wasp and other stuff. It's that I won't even get into. I want to keep the content family friendly, but that miniseries is definitely not family friendly, and so yeah, it kind of just imploded from there. And it's a shame. There's a lot of cool stuff, and it has a legacy. I mean, the Nick Fury that you know and love today is based purely on the Ultimates version of Nick Fury, and I think that's pretty amazing. So glad to see Samuel L. Jackson kicking lots of butt. So yeah, it was good. But yeah, so I'll stick with the Ultimate characters, I think. Because I know them quite well, and other people have already done all the other stuff. I was racking my brains for characters to do. Like I was thinking, two of my favorite characters are Cloak and Dagger, but they've already been done multiple times. You know, so it's everybody's done the X-Men. Everybody's done all this sort of stuff. So every time I go to a character, it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind doing that character. It's been done like 3 or 4 times. And once it's already been done 3 or 4 times by the masters, you don't need I don't need to stick my butt in there. So I don't have anything original to say. So, yeah, a lot of the MCU was taken from 1610. You're totally right. And you've made 1610 Nightcrawler and 1610 Wolverine. All right, cool, awesome. I'll check that out. Is that on your mod table? On your TTS mod? Because I linked the last video that I just uploading now. In fact, it should be uploaded now. Yeah, the last video that I just uploaded, which was Doctor Doom Part 2, I linked your TTS mod and your Fantastic Four campaign mod in the description notes. So if it's on there, so people, if you listen to this and you want to go check out Design Hacker's work, check out his TTS table. It's got a whole bunch of stuff on there. I saw you. Are you the one that did Maggot? Like, that's cool. I want to give Maggot a go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like when Maggot's got his own hero card, where have you got to go? Like, they've all been done. So yeah. So we'll see how we go. Do some more Ultimate Spider-Man testing and. Yeah, move on to bigger and better stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. I can feel my wife thinking, "Where's my food?" So I better head off. I'll upload this as soon as I'll get the cooking done, and I'll upload this one, and we'll go from there. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks for joining again, DH. Again, I don't know what time it is there, but yeah, I really appreciate it. Just having you on board. Really, really appreciate it. It's awesome. I should learn how to chat in the thing. Get some like interaction happening instead of just on the recording, because people are like, it's all very one-sided. But if I get like the chat thing going on there, it'd be good. So cool. So thanks to everybody else as well, if you're watching, especially those people that are watching on the YouTube and liking and leaving comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot that you take your time to do that. To give you an idea, the Fantastic Four campaign Part 1 Namor video has been watched 57 times, which it just amazes me. It may not sound like a lot compared to like those big names, videos and stuff, but to me that is just amazing. So yeah. And it just goes to show people love DH's work. So, yeah, please like, subscribe, comment. But yeah, above all else, though, look out for each other. Stay safe. And remember, live long and prosper, as always. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, DH. Have a good night.